Okay, I'm going to try this. A Lenormand reading. And I have been using my tarot in combination with it, sort of as a, not clarifier, but sort of clarifier, like to sort of put me on the track of, okay, that's what that actually meant, and sort of checking my work. Checking to see if I got it right. Again, shout out to House of Lenormand and her sister. I don't know if Yoda is a nickname and if I'm allowed to say that nickname too, but shout out to them too. I'm still watching the live stream. Like I said, only half of it uploaded, but I'm watching it now. It's on pause. So I decided, you know what, let me try this too. They make it look so easy. And they're not hard to learn. It's just, I'm working on right now association, like when one card is next to another, just the same as in tarot. So I'm trying to get more comfortable with things like that. So what am I going to ask? Jared Kushner. They asked us in their live stream. And we asked this tonight in our live stream I did with Jen. So let's see. We'll do 5 cards. Jared Kushner. Just want some general information. Let's see if I can do a general information type of thing with Lenormand. See if what it'll say. So there's success. Lonely at the top though, with the tower. Birds. We got communications. We got people of like mind, which means you're not alone in this tower, or you didn't build it by yourself. So you did not build. Let's just do 6 cards. Just take this one. So we have communications within this tower. So that kind of means to me that maybe it's set off to the side. So now we have a secret conversation. Because yes, this is success, but again, this is lonely success. You're here at the top. There's no room for anyone else. Couple that with communication. So now we're talking secret talks. But they're not secret as in nobody knows about it. Because, you know, we have a card in Lenormand for secrets. So this is not necessarily secret, but it's in-house. So this is something that a group of people know. And there could even be other people in the room, but that aren't necessarily involved, but there's a secret talk here. Or fraternity talk. There is a group of guys that are sort of executing the same plan on their own fronts. Like one bird builds the nest, the other one lays the eggs, the other one, you know, so everybody has their own part, sort of like a League of Gentlemen type thing. You do this, you do this, you do this, we pull off the plan. So we have, there's this. So it works here. It works. The anchor is about those around you who support and hold you down. This is your high energy and positivity. And so there is a lot of connectivity. There's a lot of excitement. Well, excitement is probably a bad word, but it's a lot of, I'm going to use the word excitement about their plan. Like they think they're winning, so therefore they're excited. They're all together in this though. They're all together in this. These guys in the tower, whoever it is that's supporting him, like I said, they all have their own roles, but he is pretty much the prominent figure. So these other guys are probably lesser known. And there will be a limitation to the followers, to those who are not as well known. There is not necessarily a limitation, but there's a limitation, but it's not limitation as in they can't do something. This is limitation as in they're more than likely cut off from something. So they're probably foreign. They're overseas and they're not eligible for extradition. Like we can't, like Robert Mueller, who sent an indictment for all those Russians. Well, they're not going to show up in court because they're in Russia. So it's that type of thing. These are the people around him. These are the followers, the communications, the people he communicate with. These are the people who support him. These are the followers. So he has some communications with these in particular people. They are set aside. They join him in the effort, but we have limited access to them. Yes, security and protection. So that's what sort of surrounds all of this right now. It's in-house, just like I said, so it's not really something we can do a whole lot about. Jared Kushner is a whole different species, so we can do something about him. So now that we got that general info, let's see what's going to happen to Jared if this information that they had up there in the tower, if it hits the public, if it hits the courts, what happens? Let's see if it ever hits the courts. People like him seem to get away with things. So bouquet and child. A bouquet is something pretty, it's something distracting, it's something fragrant, it's a gift. And then you have child, which is naivety, and there's an innocence, there's a trust. So what I'm getting as connection is there is a trust in the giver and the gift. So, like, for instance, if you look at this, anything could be in there. You could have a wire, you could have a whatever. So there is a bit of a tangible thing with a lot going on that you have to trust. You have to blindly trust that those around will sort of keep your secret or keep your agenda hidden. But clouds is a crisis. Now in particular deck, this is the old style Lenormand. This looks like smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. The clouds card is about crisis. Something dangerous is going. Mice is about theft and destruction, because that's what they do to property, is destroy it. So now we're talking, it's hitting the fan. So you go in, you have this meeting with this person, and things are great, things are going fine, and, they've given you what you wanted, but it was loaded with something else. Maybe all you asked for was a basket of flowers, and then it brought the smell. And so there's always a kickback to what it is you got from those you blindly trusted. There's always that little extra something you didn't order, but it came anyway. Or it came with the package. Or, yes, I ordered, a new telephone, but I didn't think all these packaged peanuts would be in there, and now my house is full of junk, So it's that type of thing. It comes with the package, but this naive one, which Jared Kushner is, didn't account for this. And so now he has a crisis on his hands. All about the destruction of someone or something. It was a crisis. A big life change that leads to the mountain. The mountain is an immovable object, or at the very least, it's something that causes a delay. And the stork is also about traditions. So this is, now we're going to court. Now we have court dates. Now we have all these type of things that sort of follow the destruction and the crisis. So there's just some things you just cannot get away from. And then your secrets. your knowledge. Once they start to open the book, if they open this in particular book and this comes out in the public, you're going down fast. But will it ever come out? Probably not. Let's see. I'll do 3 cards, try to tie them together. Well, there is preparing for the journey ahead with the ship card. This is making sure all your ducks in a row, because once you leave, you will not be able to just turn around and come back. But it will be a very difficult journey. And the difficult journey is, will this come out? So the reason it's probably very difficult is because there is protection and wisdom around him on how to cover these things up. But there is punishment. Punishment crimes in the end. So you're looking at a possibility. If someone deflects, if someone is caught, then they can implicate him, and then an investigation would start, and then so it's still very long. This is not like this is going to happen in December. We're still talking a huge fight to try to get Jared Kushner behind bars based upon his attack upon Khashoggi. It's going to be a very, very long, strenuous, arduous journey, but there is still the possibility if someone is caught, then they will rat him out because they don't want to go down alone. Well, that was interesting.